tell us what's going on and about the big announcements around measurement.
Yeah, so we've been really listening to clients and hearing what their major challenges are. First is we've seen clients responding to the adoption of audiences of streaming and the challenge that puts on advertisers to measure linear television and streaming television together. So that's the first challenge we've been hearing about. The second is for a long period of time, advertisers have struggled with lower funnel measurement for TV full stop. And third, as we've seen advanced TV buyers invest in audience targeting, they've had some challenges quantifying what the impact of that is. So Samsung Measurement is our tool that we think addresses all three of these major challenges right now.
So tell us about, the competitive set, the marketplace, the holes that exist, and what you are going to fill, and sort of what the rollout looks like.
Yeah, so Samsung Measurement, just the basics is that it measures linear television and streaming television together. It measures the effectiveness of linear and streaming on vehicle sales, so lower funnel metrics, and it enables advertisers to turn around, use the insights from Samsung Measurement, and immediately activate on that information. And the KPIs that we're focusing on right now are vehicle sales, buy rate, and in target for the client's definition of their audience. What's differentiated about what Samsung Measurement provides is first, we are the largest data set in North America that captures both linear and streaming. We cover tens of millions of households. Clients are able to convert the insights into a targeted ad campaign. And we think we have a particular focus on linear and streaming together, which we see as really the major challenge of our day. The feedback we got is that traditional TV buyers and advanced TV buyers benefit from this. As traditional TV buyers, they again have sometimes been challenged at measuring the lower funnel impact of their campaigns. And advanced TV buyers really want to quantify the impact of what they're doing with audiences. And the insights coming out of Samsung Measurement are really helping with that. One of the first things that we're seeing is that we're able to quantify just what linear is able to accomplish in the lower funnel. And we see that linear is a really powerful tool for reach among linear audiences and in reaching those audiences who want to buy cars. The challenge is that in today's ecosystem, about half of the ecosystem is qualifying as a light linear audience or cord cutter. And so those are half of the ecosystem that advertisers want to sell cars to. And we're able to quantify the opportunities in streaming to reach those audiences. What's been really interesting about this experience is back when I was in traditional television, we would hear from a lot of advertisers that audiences and consumers who are not engaged in television, kind of the implication was that that's not an audience I'm interested in. That's not somebody who's going to be buying cars. What we've seen is that the light linear and cord cutting audiences buy cars on par with and in sometimes higher rates than heavy linear audiences. So we've been able to pull out these dynamics and make them transparent to the advertiser and allowing them to activate on it and really manage the linear and streaming together for their best marketing outcome.
Could you explain some of the data elements, particularly ACR, kind of what ACR means in terms of the Samsung offering, and also other data points that sources that are part of the measurement mix?
Yeah, so Samsung proprietary ACR data measures what happens in the linear television environment. We're able to use that to identify who's been exposed to linear ads. Then the data from the campaign that the client is running in the Samsung Ads platform identifies who's been exposed to the streaming campaign. And then we're fortunate to partner with Polk Automotive, which is part of IHS Markit. And we've integrated that third-party data into the solution to surface vehicle sales and buy rate and in target rates for purchase-based audience segments.
Tell us sort of the asks of brands now and sort of what they want, what's missing, and what you guys hope to provide.
Yeah, we're very fortunate to be working with General Motors and Cadillac for this pilot. Also, the agency Dentsu. Listen, the challenges that brands face today is they really have a divided ecosystem. They have half of the ecosystem very robust, watching linear content, and linear is a powerful ad vehicle for those audiences. The challenge that we've seen over the last year and a half is that streaming adoption is so rapid that in the Samsung Smart TV ecosystem, we see 63% of all time spent in our platform is spent in streaming. And we're also seeing a dramatic increase in the number of audiences that are no longer watching any linear at all. That number, as of our last measurement in Q3 of this year, was 25% of the audience was no longer watching linear. So that's a big chunk of your audience to have sort of be offline from your linear ad campaign. And we really see then managing linear and streaming together as the key challenge of the day. And we're all fortunate as an ecosystem that we're also seeing ad-supported streaming, AVOD, grow at a rate that should be encouraging to advertisers. AVOD adoption is now up to 70% of our users are watching AVOD. And that means there's a really substantial reach opportunity for advertisers who need to manage both linear and streaming. So it's good timing. I think if we didn't see that AVOD lift, we might be in a bit of a crisis because advertisers would be in a world where they had to reach a lot of consumers to sell product, but there was nobody there to watch the ads. But the television ecosystem, from an adoption perspective, is reaching a kind of equilibrium between linear and streaming. So these are the challenges that we see virtually every marketer in every vertical face, which is why in 2021, our plan is to expand beyond automotive into financial services, telecom, retail, QSR, in phases throughout the course of 2021, and really use our data to provide insights to guide these clients through the current ecosystem.